ones to free up Hutch, but Hutch said he probably only got 2 or 3 one-on-ones. Is there anything you can do to free him up more, or is it just about winning those fleeting chances?
If Hutch is occupying 2 or 3 people, there's 11 other guys there's 10 other guys on the field. You know, when you're the elite of the elite, people are going to plan for you.
When the decision was made to bring pressure from the linebackers, what was your assessment of Alex, Jack, and Derek when you decided to bring blitzes and pressures from the
Tim
linebackers?
just gave us the stats. What were those outstanding stats, Tim? We got, 2 pressures? We got to be better. And it's non-negotiable. And all this stuff has been addressed with the people it need to be addressed with. And more importantly, the players are holding each other accountable. We played good defense on 40 snaps, but 7 snaps, we're not doing that this year. You're going to pull your weight. I'm going to pull my weight. The staff's going to pull their weight.
How much did the groin play into those 2 plays that he...
If you're injured, come out the game. If you're injured, come out the game. We're not making any excuses. No. We're not making any excuses. Just like if I have a play called I shouldn't have called, that's on me. A player has a job to do, that's on them. We all earn our paycheck.
I want to talk about the 2-play drive. The 2-play scoring drive, the 65 yards. Looked like Kirby bit down on an over route there.
Kirby did exactly what he was supposed to do.
So he has the ability to kind of ad-lib.
Kirby did exactly what he was supposed to do with the structure of the defense.
And then
We went into the game saying you got to make these guys beat us. You cannot give them things because that's when they thrive. You have to make them beat us, and we did not do that on back-to-back plays. Inexcusable, and that's been addressed. So you take, 48-17, I'm not a math major, but I believe that's 65 yards. You take that off of 180, you're looking at 120 yards passing on the day. Let's go into the run game. We held them to 3.1 rushing. That's a good day in the NFL against a back like that. It's a good day. But we should have been dominant in the run game. We should have been at 2.2. Why do I say that? Because one of those was a 15-yard explosive run that should have never happened. That's been addressed as well. So when you go in the day, it's a lot of good to take for it. So 47 plays, I just gave you 3. Where you 2.2 in the run game and 120 yards passing.
What up, Lions fans? It's your boy, There Goes Mobby. Back again with another quick hit. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. We are trying to get up out the gulag. Trying to get back into the algorithm. So let them know we back. Where do we start today with these press conferences, man? They were explosive. All 3 had something different. In particular, Kelvin Sheppard's, I ain't gonna lie. This was the most passionate one. I appreciated how he came out, but it let me know that the fan base is definitely being heard. They can feel y'all. They can feel everything we're saying. The pressure is on, and the way that he approached it. He knew exactly what the narrative was around, the national media, around Detroit Lions news, and he addressed it head on. For the most part, I would say I agree with 99% of what he said. The only part I didn't like was how he started it off. Where he kind of lost me in the beginning. It's going to be at the end of this clip, but at the beginning of his press conference overall, when he, if you take away these 3 plays, we're this. And it's like, I don't really like that. Not because anything he said was wrong, and I definitely understand the sentiment and the message that he was trying to portray. My issue with it was, though, is you didn't give these graces, or you didn't cut any slack, or you didn't what if for anybody else that we spoke about when it came to Aiden Hutchinson, when it came to the linebackers and Anzalone Barnes and Jack Campbell when it came to rushing the passer. And you definitely didn't cut any excuses for Terrion Arnold. The only excuse you made today was for your game plan, which would have been, held, you would have been able to say we held them to 2.2 yards if they didn't allow 48 yards on this play, if they didn't allow 15 yards on this. I really like that. But, I mean, at the end of the day, he's still right. I just feel like, that could have been left unsaid because of the overall tone of the press conference, which was a lot of no excuses, Terrion Arnold especially. I feel like he got the hammer today. You see the tone difference. You see the vitriol is a lot less when it came to speaking on Kirby Joseph. and allowing that play to get made behind him. Now, it is very important that he said, Kirby Joseph did exactly what he was supposed to do within the scheme of this defense. It's important that he said the expectation is to hold them to 2.2 yards per carry. I'm starting to think the Lions have a failing plan defensively, but they can show me otherwise. They can definitely show me otherwise. They are really banking on Aiden Hutchinson to have 96 pressures per game. I don't think that's fair for him. They're banking on him to beat double and triple teams. And I get that other defensive linemen do it. I get Myles Garrett doesn't get double teamed. I get TJ Watt doesn't get double teamed. But Myles Garrett has dogs. I can't think of any personally. I know TJ Watt has a Cam Hayward, like an actual dog, and they always keep another linebacker. I remember Bud Dupree in a year. I'm not fans of these teams, so I can't off the top of my head. I know for a fact though, the teams you're comparing these guys to. Myles Garrett plays on the Cleveland Browns. The Browns defense is a lot better than yours. That's all I'm trying to say. Overall, their defense is a lot better than yours. Their pass rush is a lot better than yours. The way they get to the ball carrier is a lot better than yours, right? And a lot of it does fall on nobody has to respect Derek Barnes yet. Nobody respects Anzalone as a pass rusher at all. Sorry, never gonna happen. Nobody respects Jack Campbell as a pass rusher as of now. And nobody respects Marcus Davenport as a pass rusher. And then you get to talking about why he expects 2.2 yards per carry. It's because we're the nose tackle capital of the world. Like, you will not find more nose tackles on a single roster than you will find on the Detroit Lions. Like, this is ridiculous. And the reason that you can go out and you run double A gap pressure, but in the interior, you got 3 nose tackles. That's because just in case they run the ball. Like, the expectation is to run the ball, and I feel like they did themselves no favors with their cornerback room. And I like Amik Robinson. I like Terrion. I mean, I can even like DJ Reed. But you can't expect those guys to just lock up in man coverage with 3 nose tackles in the game on any down. On any down where we want to run double A gap, which is supposed to fucking be pressure, you're going to see Tyleek Williams, you're going to see DJ Reader, and you're going to see Lopez. That's what you're going to see in the middle. And then you're going to cover the other 2 gaps with 2 linebackers. You're going to have Aiden out wide. You're going to have Derek Barnes out wide, and you're going to have Marcus. It sucks. It sucks. It's not a winning formula if you ask me, but they can prove me wrong in Chicago. All right. Hopefully, Green Bay is just another level good, like everybody's saying they is, and we'll see something different against Chicago. Because when I watched the Chicago-Minnesota game, what wrecked the game plan was pressure. And even then, they weren't out of the game. So if we can't create any pressure, it's not going to be the same outcome for us, unless we can score 50 points offensively. We'll talk about John Morton next, because that press conference, come on, dude. You ain't do yourself no favors. None at all. But as far as Kelvin Sheppard, I like the energy. I like 99% of the press conference. I can tell they feel the heat. I can tell he feels the pressure. I just hope that he can turn it into success going into the Chicago game. Stay tuned. We got more to drop today.